wow, this decade has been just insane for the Sonic series. So currently I'm riding high off adrenaline from the new Sonic game releasing, or more like announcing, and this got me to think about how crazy the 2020s have been for the Sonic franchise. I mean, if you think about it, each year since about 2022 has been bangers. I mean, come on, let's do a run by real quick. So in 2020, at the very start of the year, we got pretty much one of the best things to come out of the series in a long time, being the first film, which I loved. And considering that it only came out for a month in theaters before shutting down and becoming the most successful video game movie ever, of course, being dethroned by Mario, but come on, it's Mario. That's quite impressive to kick off the decade, especially because of what 2020, 2021 would behold. And that's not even how it ends. So the 2020 time frame does just kind of stop there. From my mind right now, I can't really think of anything that came out at this time other than the film. But then we jump straight to 2021, and things already start to lay the groundwork for the next few years of the franchise. So in 2021, we got the 30th anniversary of the franchise, which brought plenty of new toys, plenty of new merchandise, items, everything. And we also got the Sonic Symphony, which would basically it would basically just be like a musical concert where you go listen to a whole bunch of classic or modern Sonic songs, some being remixed. So, that's really cool. We also got a few game announcements such as Origins. I'm sure everyone loves Origins, although I think it's pretty fine, all things considered. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But also then Sonic the Hedgehog 2 got an announcement trailer, but that's pretty much it. 2022 is when they really hit the ground running. So in 2022, the second Sonic film, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, appropriately named, was released in April to massive success, in my opinion, being one of the best films of all time. The third one's probably going to dethrone that. Anyways, after that, we got Origins, the original version of Origins, released to negative fanfare, if you will. It's just not really that popular, especially since the new version came out. Even fans don't really like the new version either, but it's still considered the better version of the two. So, pretty sure no one's going to return to Origins original that much. And, of course, who can forget the big thing of 2022, the grand return of the Sonic franchise, if you will, with Sonic Frontiers. In my opinion, Frontiers is kind of mid, but this was a big turning point because the series, at this point, had the longest run hiatus ever for a mainline game, having 5 years between Frontiers and Forces from 2017 to 2022 with a few spin-offs. But this was big. This was a full AAA game. It was just, they really upped their game on this one. Again, in my opinion, Frontiers isn't amazing, but it's better than most of the offerings that they've had in the past few years, or in general. And then at the very end of the year, we got Sonic Prime Season 1, which I would say is the worst one. I'm just not really a big fan of Sonic Prime, other than the third season. That's a big hot take, but I just didn't really enjoy it too much that year. And then we have 2023, which is the next big one. So, no new Sonic movie this year. Of course, it takes about 2 years to make one. But the first thing to come out of it would be probably Origins Plus, to be honest. Yeah, I can't really think of anything right now. Probably wrong, but Origins Plus was the next thing, which released in June, which is basically just Origins, but including a few extras, which means, yeah, it's pretty much the definitive version, especially because it includes all of the DLC. Then, following Origins, we got Superstars, which was a new classic-style 2D game, almost in the vein of New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe or something like that. Of course, fresh new merchandise releases every year, and new books. Sonic Prime Season 2 also slashed its way into Netflix. Better than the first one, but not as good as the third one. Again, hot take. It's a good step up in improvement, but it can definitely improve on a few extra things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots of new books, lots of new merchandise, lots of new game releases, and yeah. And then we get this year, which isn't even done yet. It just started, and we're already getting so much. First of all, in the first week of this new year, Sonic Prime Season 3 released, which, as I've said multiple times, is my favorite season out of the bunch. Massive hot take there. And then only this week we got 2 fresh new announcements. One being a full remaster of Generations, Sonic Generations, which originally released in 2011, and it is one of my favorite Sonic games personally. So, as we can see, it's pretty much just the original Generations, but now we have better graphics, slightly, I mean, it's mostly the same, but more importantly, more levels featuring Shadow the Hedgehog, which is, in some fans' cases, his grand reappearance. Speaking of Shadow, just like yesterday, actually, as I'm recording this, the trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog third movie trailer, like the logo drop, just released. So they did this kind of thing with the second one too, where like in 2021 they showed off just the logo, and then at the end of the year they showed off the trailer. So they showed off just the logo for 3, and then they're gonna show off the trailer at one point as well. And as you can see, that's just the first month or two. Currently, it's the beginning of February for me, and we already have 3 fresh new Sonic announcements. I am personally extremely hyped for Generations Remaster, or as they call it, Sonic X Shadow Generations. If you want videos on speculations and such, be my guest, go ahead, I can do that for you. I can do tons of stuff. And of course, who can forget the big IDW collections and all that kind of stuff. I think this year is going to be very big. At the end of the year, I'll do a Sonic 3 movie review and how 24 overall went for the Sonic franchise. So, yep, that's about it. I just want to make this video. It's been a while, as usual, that's pretty much my trademark at this point. And I'll see you next time.